James Gunn on Marvel Studios announcing okay, this one got interesting. This one got a little interesting because people are getting kind of ridiculous here. So James Gunn on Marvel Studios announcing projects. This isn't really what I want to talk about, but basically James Gunn said the DCU won't be exactly like Marvel because nothing is greenlit before we have finished a script. And then people freaked out because like, well, you announced all these projects for Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters. How is that not like Marvel? Blah, 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 freaking out. All right. So let's kind of put this out there for you. Okay. Let's explain the differences here. All right. So James Gunn has done a pretty good job of explaining the differences over the last 2 years at this point now. And the difference is this. So Marvel, when they go out on stage at Comic-Con or Disney Investors Day or whatever it is, when they go out on their stage, D23, whatever it is, they go out there and they put up on a board, on a screen, and they go, this date, this movie, this date, this movie, this date, this movie, this date, this movie. And sometimes it's not a date, sometimes it's just a month. But they go out there and they put days and dates and months and years, boom, 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 all out there. And people get excited and they're like, oh, so this is phase 1, this is phase 2, this is phase 3, and this is how this saga is gonna flow now. Okay, this is how we see it. And that is the Marvel way of doing it. Now, what James Gunn did, very specifically, so he went out and announced Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters. And he said, here's some of the projects that we're looking at tackling for Gods and Monsters. And he announced, 7 projects, 8 projects, something like that. Some of which were greenlit. Peacemaker Season 2, Superman, Creature Commandos. Those were all greenlit. They were in the process of getting Supergirl ready, getting written. That wasn't fully done yet, so it wasn't fully greenlit. Lanterns was in the process, wasn't fully greenlit. But they were in heavy development. Shortly thereafter, people go, hey, what's going on with these projects? He goes, look, we focus on story. Nothing will be greenlit. Nothing will be put into production, anything, until we have a script, until we are happy with the script. And he has repeated that over and over and over again for the last number of years. He has repeated that constantly. We are not going to rush a script. But here's the difference. He has just said, this is Chapter 1. These are the projects that we want to put in Chapter 1. He even then talked about again how, look, some of these projects in Chapter 1 may not necessarily get made right now or at all. But these are what we would like to do. This was just us saying, look, these are the projects that we are developing. This is what we want to develop in Gods and Monsters. So this is what we want to do. So this was just telling the fans, like, look, this is the type of things we want to do here. Whereas Marvel was like, look at what we're doing. This is how it's going to go. And then when it doesn't happen, people get pissed off. Whereas James Gunn with the DCU was like, okay, look, this is what we're doing. And then he constantly, multiple times, has come out and said, look, we don't have a script. It's still in development. We're still working on it. It's not greenlit. We're still working on it. We're still working on this. We're still working on that. Some of these things are coming. Some of them are not. Hey, this is greenlit. Oh, look, now it's being made. Now it's been, okay, we got a writer. We got a director. Boom, boom, boom. And then he constantly says nothing is happening until we are happy with the script. We do not greenlight anything. Nothing is put to date. Nothing is given a date. Nothing until we have a script and we are ready to move forward. Like, why is that a bad thing? Why are people upset with that? Like, what? Like, what? I don't get it. Like, in a day and age where we have so much shit coming out in Hollywood, so much shit, people are upset at a filmmaker, at a writer, at a director, at a studio head coming out and saying, look, guys, we aren't going to just put shit out. We are going to take our time and make sure that the script is right. We're going to make sure that we are happy with everything. We're not just going to rush through and get a script out just because we need to get a Batman movie out or just because people want a Batman movie. No, we're going to take our time and get it right. But people are mad about that? Like, get out of here. That's the big difference. That's what he's talking about. That's the difference between DC and Marvel right now. Marvel for the longest time was like, all right, we want to do an Ant-Man movie. So they would, okay, we're going to do an Ant-Man movie. All right, we need to hire a writer. So they hire a writer and they get Edgar Wright onto it. And then he writes it. Oh, crap, there's issues. And then they got to get a new person onto it. And then there's more issues. And then they do this. Oh, we got to do this. Oh, there's issues here. Okay, now we got to get another writer, another director. Oh, crap, there's it. And that's the problem when you put a movie up, you say it's going to come out, then you have to rush to get it there. Whereas with DC, it's we're not rushing. We're taking our time. Sure, people know that we're going to be developing these movies, but there's no time frame for us to get it there. People just know it's coming. We're going to get there, but we're going to do it right. And that's the difference. And that's what I love about what he says here. And that's why people need to get excited. Like I've been trying to tell people, be excited about this. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. That's a good thing.